new watch, new bells.
So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute, man. Listen, bro, does anybody else feel like the year is on steroids, bro? It is like it's on crack, bro. This year is moving so fast, bro. We're in July, like we just got in July, and we're already like getting towards the halfway point of July, man. I'm like, fam, like Christmas will be here before you know it. And these little crummy kids gonna be having their hands out wanting Christmas presents, bro. I'm losing my mind right now. How fast. I was just sitting here for a moment. I'm like, yo, you know, sometimes how you just sit, chill out, and you just reflect. So I'm sitting in here, you know what I mean? I'm in a nice little cup. I told you this Friday. If you ain't got a cup by now, something wrong with you. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there and I'm chilling, I'm laid back, and I'm just reflecting. I often like to reflect on what's going on. It's raining, it's that type of weather, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, we're legit in July right now, fam. You know what I mean? Like, all the stuff that's about to come around, the cold weather will be back before you know it, like, and I like the cold weather time of the year. Don't tell Queen, because I always try to like go against her when she be talking about the cold weather. But low key, I like the cold weather a little bit too. But yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. So yeah, but that had nothing to do with nothing, man. It's just me just reflecting. But anyway, listen, man, we back, and the next video we're gonna get into is terrifying cursed objects you should never go near. Now, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, kind of terrifying cursed objects, you know? And the only thing I can think about people who may have like some cursed objects that I can think of, maybe if somebody's like a hoarder, and you know them people who go to like, just go to like garage sales everywhere and just buy everything from, and they whole house just have a bunch of randomness in their house. Those are the type of people I'm scared of. Because I feel like they're the person, if anybody, that'll pick up something, they don't know what it is, put it in their house, and didn't even know that it was cursed. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I see somebody have one of a house like that, and they have like all that garage sales stuff they pick up, I'll be like, nope, I'm out. Nope, I can talk to you from outside in the road. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm serious, bro. I don't play around. But listen, man, before we get into this video, if you are new to the family, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join the family, man. You know what I mean? When we say TMG for life, that's what we mean, bro. Blood in, blood out. You know what I'm saying? We take it serious around here. Nah, no, we don't. But hit the subscribe button, man. And for the haters, run the lights up, baby. Let's go.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some terrifying cursed objects that experts warn you should steer well clear of. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more awesome creepy content just like this. James Dean's Porsche 550 Spider, also known as Little Bastard, is probably the world's most famous cursed car. 1 week after Dean purchased the car, he died suddenly in an accident. Shortly after, the body of the car fell from a trailer and maimed a mechanic. Later, a thief who tried to steal the car received a terrible arm injury during his thievery. The car later disappeared, so no further victims have been claimed. However, countless brave or foolish car collectors are still avidly searching for the cursed wheels. The Koh-i-Noor diamond is one of the largest cut diamonds in the world at a whopping 105.6 carats.
Wow.
Currently, it's part of the British royal family's crown jewels on display in the London Tower. However, most members of the royal family refuse to wear the gemstone, as they believe the diamond is cursed. The diamond was found in India in the 13th century.
Found or stolen? I feel like that word right there, we need to research. Was it found or stolen?
It is cursed. The diamond was found in India in the 13th century and had a variety of owners over the years. Its final Indian owner, Ranjit Singh, willed it to the British East India Company during the British occupation of the country. Ever since he died in 1839, the gemstone has been the centre of many bitter disputes, particularly among the men of the British royal family. For this reason, the royals consider the diamond to be bad luck for the men of the family, and only women are permitted to wear it.
Give it back. That solves your problem right there. Just give it back. Take it back to where you found it.
Koh Hingham is a small uninhabited island in Thailand. Such a small bit of land would be unlikely to attract many visitors if it wasn't for the millions of cursed objects that can be found dotting the shores of the tiny island. The island is entirely covered with lovely smooth black pebbles. Unfortunately, each and every one of these stones is allegedly cursed. According to Thai mythology, the curse was placed by the god of Tarateo. According to the terms of the curse, any visitor to the island who takes a stone home with them will be cursed for the rest of their days. Many of Koh Hingham's visitors choose not to heed the warnings about the vicious curse and pock a pebble as a souvenir. Unfortunately, they typically live to regret their decision. Every year, dozens of tourists mail the stones that they took back to the National Park Office, in an attempt to rid themselves of the bad luck that the pebbles have brought them. The pebbles are only dangerous if they're taken from the island. In fact, Thai people often visit the island and build miniature chetties using the pebbles. They then kneel in front of the structure and pray to the gods for whatever it is they need most. So if you visit Koh Hingham, feel free to touch the stones, but be sure to leave them behind when you go. Weddings are supposed to be joyful occasions. Unfortunately for Anna Baker, her nuptials resulted in the creation of one of the most cursed objects in history.
I feel like it's a lot of dudes right now. As soon as they see something to do with a wedding, they was like, yep, my wedding was cursed. It's a lot of dudes and women probably right now is just like, yeah, my wedding was cursed. That's why we divorced now. I know it's a lot of people who said that. And y'all are wrong, man. Y'all are wrong. Y'all are so wrong. But I know what y'all are thinking. I told y'all we connected as family, bro. Oh my gosh, there's something wrong with y'all.
Baker, her nuptials resulted in the creation of one of the most cursed objects in history. In the mid-1800s, Anna Baker, a rich young girl, fell in love with a lowly steelworker. Her family forbade her from marrying him, but the pair began planning a wedding in secret. Anna even bought a beautiful bridal dress for the occasion. Unfortunately, her family found out about her plans and stopped the two from marrying. Anna was distraught and spent the rest of her life alone, refusing to marry anyone after being denied the chance to wed the love of her life. After Anna died in 1914, the home where she spent her reclusive life became a museum, and her wedding dress was put on display. Staff and visitors to the museum believe it's cursed by Anna's restless and bitter spirit. They report that the dress moves locations or changes positions without explanation, much to the terror of the museum's staff. The Delphi purple sapphire, more accurately known as the cursed amethyst, was stolen out of the temple of Indra in India in 1857. Since then, anyone who's owned the gemstone has come to rue ever taking it into their possession. Colonel W. Ferris, the man who stole the gem and took it to England, soon found himself facing financial ruin and bodily suffering.
Again, take it back. Like, what is up with that simple, I'm sorry, I was wrong, here, take it back.
His son inherited the gem and also faced financial problems. He gave the gem to a friend who then committed suicide. The stone next went to Edward Heron Allen, who faced a series of disasters before giving it to a singer friend. The friend's voice deteriorated after receiving it and her career was ruined. Heron Allen attempted to be rid of the stone by tossing it into a canal.
Y'all notice how they were giving it to people they knew? Like they really didn't like them? You're gonna give it to your friend, knowing that what it's done to you, but here, you take it. Hey, y'all didn't notice that? Listen.
Stole the gem and took it to England, soon found himself facing financial ruin and bodily suffering. His son inherited the gem and also faced financial problems. He gave the gem to a friend who...
Gave it to a friend.
then committed suicide. The stone next went to Edward Heron Allen, who faced a series of disasters before giving it to a singer friend. The friend's voice
When you got these type of friends, why do you need enemies?
deteriorated after receiving it, and her career was ruined. Heron Allen attempted to be rid of the stone by tossing it into a canal, but a dredger found it 3 months later and returned it to him. Desperate to get rid of the cursed gem, Heron Allen locked it inside 7 boxes in his bank vault, and instructed that no one should open it until 3 years after his death. As instructed, his daughter opened the vault after his death and donated the stone to a museum, with a warning about the curse. The gemstone currently resides in the Natural History Museum in London. The museum's curator has stated that since receiving the stone, he's experienced terrifyingly bad weather and violent illness whenever he's attempted to attend a symposium of the Heron Allen Society.
Take the stone back. Simple.
Dr. Seuss is known around the world for his whimsical and often educational children's books. Most people would never guess that one of Seuss's beloved books is also on the list of most cursed objects in the world. A copy of Seuss's The Foot book currently resides in a glass case in West Virginia's National Museum of the Paranormal. The book was given to the museum by a family whose daughter regularly read the book. According to the family, whenever the young girl would read it, they could hear the distinctive sound of children whispering. They also felt like they were being watched by unseen eyes. The family contacted a paranormal investigator who did some research on the book. He discovered that the book had come from a house where 4 people were murdered, and that a red stain on the book's cover was most likely the blood of one of these victims. Louisiana is no stranger to hauntings, and the Myrtles Plantation is among the more haunted places in the state. Among the dozens of creepy legends surrounding the historic building is the story of the plantation's cursed mirror. According to the story, Sarah Woodruff, the former owner of the plantation, and her 2 daughters were poisoned by one of their slaves. The slave was likely a voodoo practitioner, and it's said that she trapped the spirits of the 3 women inside the mirror. Today, the historic home is open to visitors who tour around the house and grounds. According to these visitors, it isn't unusual to see handprints or figures in historical clothing staring back at them from the mirror.
See, anything plantation, just count me out, fam. Anything like I don't even like plantation blinds. Like I'm saying, anything plantation, just count me out, bro. Because it could easily be haunted.
Like Anna Baker's wedding dress, the Bassano vase is another of the world's cursed objects associated with a wedding. This silver vase was created in the 15th century as a wedding gift for a young Italian bride. On her wedding night, the unfortunate bride was found dead, clutching the vase to her chest. Despite the grim death, the vase was passed to various family members, all of whom died shortly after. Eventually, it was hidden away, only to resurface in 1988. With a note reading, "Beware, this vase brings death." The Bassano vase was sold a total of 4 times after being found, and each owner died within months of purchasing it. The final family to be struck by the curse tossed the vase from a window, where it struck a policeman. The family refused to take the vase back, stating that they preferred to be arrested for disorderly behaviour. The police took possession and attempted to give it to various museums, but all refused. According to the stories, the police eventually buried it in a cemetery in an undisclosed location to prevent it from striking again.
Wow.
Cursed objects are not uncommon in the practice of voodoo. Most people associate the religion with voodoo dolls and cursed talismans, but few have probably heard of the Laudry conjuring drum. The Laudry family of Detroit were well-known voodoo practitioners. They regularly used drums to summon a Lao spirit called Criminal. Criminal was a powerful spirit, and when a previous conjuring drum began summoning the entity on its own, the Laudry family wrapped it in chains and sunk it in the Detroit River. When they had a similar problem with this newer drum, they wrapped it in a white cloth and abandoned it at a local magic shop. Today it resides at the Travelling Museum of the Paranormal and Occult, where it's locked up to keep the spirit known as Criminal at bay. Before we get to that number one spot and take a subscribe button and turn. Often dubbed the Goddess of Death, this stone figurine was most likely once a fertility statue. Its features had worn away by the time it was uncovered in Lem, Cyprus in 1878, but that hasn't stopped it from becoming one of the most cursed objects in history. Lord Elephant was the statue's first owner. He and 6 family members died in quick succession after receiving it. The same thing happened to each of the figure's owners, including the last, Sir Alan Beaverbrook. He, his wife and his daughters died shortly after taking possession of the woman from Lem. His remaining sons donated the statue to a museum, whose curator died shortly after touching it. Now the Goddess of Death is kept locked behind glass to prevent any other people from falling victim to its curse.
If you can't get enough of the old slapped ham, then...
So basically, y'all, somebody gives you something. Right when they give it to you, hand it back to them real quick and see what they do. If they flinch, if they be like, no, it's for you, and they back up like that, don't accept it. Do not accept it, bro. There's apparently a lot of people that like to give cursed objects to their friends. All right? I'm just trying to keep you alive, fam. You see what people out here doing, they shady, man. They super shady. And they just, how you gonna ruin Dr. Seuss, man? Anybody else was sitting there just like, why Dr. Seuss? Why would you ruin Dr. Seuss like that? Who grew up with that book? Me. I'm sure plenty of you. Can't do that to our beloved Dr. Seuss, man. Jeez. Yeah, man. Y'all be careful, man. Matter of fact, I suggest you go look around your house right now and start identifying some gifts you received, because they could be the reason why you may be having a lot of things going wrong. You know what I mean? And see if they want it back. Give it back to them. If they don't want to take it, they're real adamant, then wait till they go back in the house and just leave it there. just leave it in their mailbox. You know what I mean? But nah. But y'all get at me in the comment section, man. I hope you enjoy your night. I hope you have you know what I mean, a good meal, good drink, good times, good food, all that type of stuff right there, man. And stay dry. This weather is crazy out here. I know if you're in Georgia, it is. All right? It's your boy L, man. Y'all stick around and stay tuned till the next reaction. I'm out. Peace. Y'all stay solid. Hey.